This is the laziest way I've ever found to make money with AI, and you can start from absolutely zero. No inventory, no upfront cost, and no complicated tech skills. Just you, AI, and a proven business strategy that's generated me multiple six figures. Now, let me be real with you. I built multiple six-figure print-on-demand stores over the past several years, so when I tell you this is the laziest way to make money, I mean it. With this method, AI does 90% of the heavy lifting. So what used to take me weeks now takes me just a few hours. What used to require hiring a designer now costs nothing. And the best part, we're heading into the best season for this business model, the start of the holiday and gift-giving shopping season. And I'm going to show you exactly how to capitalize on it using print on demand. So before anyone says POD is dead, it's not. You're just doing it wrong. All right, so let's backtrack. Years ago, I discovered a business model that required zero inventory, zero fulfillment, and I literally never had to touch the product. So I started small, one store, and with some basic designs, and I learned as I went along. But once I cracked the system, I scaled really fast, and now I run multiple stores with thousands of designs, generating me consistent income. So even actually when I'm not actively working on my stores. So here's what nobody tells you about print on demand. So once your designs are live and getting sales, they can sell for months, right? Even years later. I have products literally from 2022 that are still generating sales today. But back then, everything was actually so manual. So I had to spend hours researching to see what was selling. I had to hire designers from Fiverr. I wrote product descriptions manually. I created all my mockups manually as well. It worked, but it was such a slow process. Now with AI, the entire process is so much faster. And honestly, it's kind of unfair as to how easy it has become, which is why I'm calling this the laziest way to make money. So if you're willing to put in a few hours of focused work, AI handles the rest, right? And right now with the holidays approaching, this is the perfect time to start. So let's dive in. So step one is validation. And this is actually where most people fail, right? Because they create products nobody wants. So they design what they like instead of what sells. And we're not doing that. We have to make sure that we're using data to find proven winners. So we're gonna need a spy tool like Profit Tree to see exactly what's selling on Etsy right now, real revenue numbers, real search volumes, and real competition data. So here's my exact process for holiday products. First, we're gonna go to Profit Tree and search for Christmas-related keywords. So Christmas greeting cards, holiday mugs, Christmas hoodies, funny Christmas shirts, and personalized Christmas gift. We're gonna write down the top 10 best performing product types, right? And then we're gonna need to refine our search and look for items that were uploaded less than 5 months ago. And we're gonna look for what has the most sales. So next, I screenshot the designs that are getting active sales. I also reverse engineer and I pay close attention to the design style that they're using and also the funny quotes that they're using, etc. So I look at everything cohesively. So this gives me real-time data on what people actually want, like this retro Christmas postage stamp designs, which is all the rage right now. So this particular design was uploaded less than a month ago and it already has generated $600. So now that we have a list of all of our proven winning designs, now comes the fun part, creating the actual design. So this is where AI makes you feel like you have superpowers. You don't need to be a designer, you don't need to have Photoshop skills, and you don't even need design experience in 2025. So there's a dozen of AI tools that are now available, but I'm going to share with you my top 3 that are very beginner friendly and give incredible results. So I like a mix actually of Nano Banana, Midjourney, or Leonardo. And I also use ChatGPT to help me create funny quotes or saying. So here's exactly how this works, right? So first, we're gonna go to ChatGPT and we're gonna ask it to give me 20 funny Christmas quotes for dog lovers. And in 10 seconds, I have 20 unique quotes like Merry Wolfmas, Santa Paws is coming to town, and all I want for Christmas is treats. So now that I have my text, all I need is create my visual elements. So for a cute dog illustration, I'm gonna go to Nano Banana, and my prompt is going to look something like this. So cute golden retriever wearing Santa hat inside a postage stamp. Please give it a vintage aesthetic, create a simple vector file, Christmas colors, clean white background, PNG. That's it. And in seconds, I have a professional looking illustration. So next, I'm actually gonna bring it to Canva and I'm gonna add my AI generated quote and export it as a PNG. So done. It's one simple design that you created in under 5 minutes. And here's the thing, I like to create anywhere between 5 to 10 designs in one sitting because I like to create multiple variations of the same idea. So it's exactly the same concept, but for example, with different styles. So different dog breeds, different quotes. And essentially you do this because it increases your chances of finding your winning design. So now this is where Gelato comes in. All you need to do is create your design, upload it to Gelato, then connect Gelato to your store, and that's it. So after you've done this, you literally have nothing else to do. The entire fulfillment is automated. And I've used Gelato for my stores and I personally love them because their quality is consistent and their shipping is fast. And the integration is seamless. And because Gelato produces our products with local partners near your customers instead of shipping from one central location, you get lightning fast delivery, and also you get reduced carbon emission from shorter shipping distances. And even with all these perks, they still offer some of the most competitive prices in the industry. And they also make your life as a seller so much easier. Because whenever a customer buys, Gelato automatically receives the orders, it prints the product and ships it to your customer and sends the tracking info directly to Etsy. So without you having to lift a single finger. But here's what really sets them apart. Their product catalog is massive. So let me show you what I mean. For a holiday store alone, you have premium mugs in multiple styles, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, tote bags, phone cases, wall art, Canva prints, calendars, and even greeting cards. And that's just scratching the surface. They have over 100 different products that you can customize. So instead of being limited to just t-shirts or just mugs, you can build an entire branded Christmas collection across multiple product categories. Plus, Gelato just launched brand new AI tools specifically for print-on-demand sellers. And actually, I have already talked about AI tools in a previous video. I'm gonna go ahead and link that video in the description so you can see exactly how to use them. So the good news is that Gelato is free to use. But what is even better is that if you sign up through my link, you're actually gonna get 50% off your first order. The link is gelato.com/Luna, and you can find the link actually in the description. So now let's move to the next part. So now you have your designs, and next is mockups and SEO. So this is where your products come to life. And this is where AI is actually gonna save you hours of tedious work. So first, let's talk about mockups. So you need professional product photography showcasing your design on actual products. So mugs, greeting cards, calendar, poster, t-shirts, whatever. And that's where Gelato's mockup tools actually come in. So I use Gelato's Magic Mockups feature, which is part of their free Create AI suite. So instead of spending hours in Photoshop or paying for expensive mockup subscription, you literally can use this tool and it automatically creates professional product images for your entire catalog. And it can save you countless hours when launching new products. So now my product looks premium. It's not just a mug on a white background, and actually putting the extra effort into creating those mockups can actually drastically improve your conversion rate. What does this mean? Well, people actually purchasing your product. So now for titles and product description, actually Gelato does this as well for you with their AI title generator. But I do recommend that you come in with a list of keywords that you want to rank for, and you can actually use Profit Tree to get this data. And next, you can simply create your product description and titles using this Gelato AI tool. But here's the key. I always review and tweak it accordingly to ensure that it includes the keywords that I need. So in this case, Merry Woofmas. So in seconds, I have a fully optimized product listing. Now let's talk about where to sell. And you actually have two main options, Etsy or your own Shopify store. So I recommend starting with Etsy if you are a beginner, then expanding to your own website once you're making consistent sales. So why Etsy first? Because Etsy already has millions of buyers searching for a product like yours every single day. And you don't need to drive traffic. The traffic is already there. So people are literally searching for funny Christmas dog mug, and your product can literally show up. So you're gonna simply integrate Gelato directly with Etsy, and whenever somebody buys on Etsy, Gelato is gonna automatically receive the order. They're gonna print the product locally or as close to your customer as possible. And then it's gonna ship it directly to your customer and send the tracking information back to Etsy. So you literally do nothing. The entire fulfillment is completely automated. Or if you're an experienced seller or you're ready to level up, then you can create your own Shopify store. Why? Because you can drive targeted traffic from social media or through paid ads. So with this method, you can also connect Gelato directly to your store, and it's gonna automatically fulfill the order and automatically send the tracking information back to Shopify as well. So now the final piece. So if you're on Etsy and you're just starting out, I actually don't recommend that you do any marketing. You don't need to market your product at first. Why? Because Etsy actually has plenty of organic traffic. So first you need to ensure that you're putting out products that people actually want to buy. And too often, I see beginners who are spending hours creating Pinterest pins or promoting their product on social media just to get frustrated because no one is buying. And the reason that this is happening is because your designs simply don't appeal to anyone. So before you start marketing, please do me a favor, make sure that you get really good at creating designs and make sure that you have designs people actually want. And how are you gonna know that? Well, very simple. You're gonna start getting sales directly on Etsy. So until you have consistent sales, do me a favor and stay on Etsy and get really good at uploading irresistible listings and do not do any marketing at first. Now, if you are a more experienced seller and you are already getting consistent sales, you can actually drive your own traffic. And lately, I am all about threads. Here's why. Thread is perfect, actually, even for print on demand. It's not saturated yet. People are actively engaged and you can actually add direct links to your product. So you're gonna make sure that you add storytelling. You're gonna make sure that storytelling is embedded into your threads because that's what's gonna sell. But you're not gonna be posting like an influencer. So you're not gonna be doing like buy my stuff, link in the bio nonsense. That's boring, everyone does it, and quite frankly, it's just not gonna work and it's gonna be off-putting. Instead, you're gonna be sharing your story. So like for instance, share why you created this product, the problem it solves, the emotions behind the design, customer stories and reactions or testimonials. So remember, it's not a sales pitch, it's a story, right? Because it's relatable and it makes people feel something and then they buy. So use AI to help you create these posts. You're gonna give ChatGPT a prompt like this, like write a relatable short story about dog owners during Christmas that I can use to promote my Christmas dog mug on Threads, make it funny and personal. So you're gonna get 3 to 4 story ideas in seconds. You're gonna pick one, tweak it, and match it to your voice and post it. But here's the thing that changes everything. You need to also make sure that you engage strategically with other thread users. So you're gonna find popular threads about Christmas gift struggles, for instance, or holiday shopping stress, or gift ideas for specific people. But most importantly, you're gonna leave valuable comments, right? Not spammy, not promotional, just generally helpful. So that's it. No hard sells, just helpful. But people will click on your profile, see your posts, see your products, and buy. That's how you're gonna drive additional traffic to your store. Now, I've made thousands in sales from this simple strategy alone. So the key is consistency. So make sure to post 3 times a day, engage daily, and let people get to know you. You're not trying to go viral, you're building trust. And trust actually converts better than any viral post ever will. Look, the Christmas season is peak time for this. And with AI doing all the heavy lifting, you can create a full product catalog faster than ever before. So I've been doing print on demand for years, and I know this is the easiest way to get started as a beginner. So you just need to follow a system and validate what's working. So let AI create it, let Gelato fulfill it, and let Threads help you sell it. And if you're wondering, is it too late for Christmas? Not yet, but yes, the clock is definitely ticking and you are running out of time. People will start shopping for Christmas gift in early November through mid-December, so you need to start now. Because the longer you wait, the more sales you're gonna miss out on, and make sure also to start small, create a few products, see how easy the process is, get that first sell, and then start scaling from there. And if you want my complete thread marketing strategy, make sure to check out my other YouTube video. The link is in the description. So this is your season, don't waste it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.